And I will turn it over to Vanessa Gray.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, excuse me. I'm losing track of time. It's the holidays. But thank you for joining us today. I see some familiar names from last week's awesome event we had, the 2024 Annual Public Library Directors Meeting. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to assume everybody's doing fine. All right, I see some thumbs up. Great. Awesome, awesome. So just to share a bit about DLIS discussions for those who are new to joining us, it's a monthly open discussion for library staff throughout Florida. These are online conversations. We typically focus on a particular topic, although at times we are asking our audience to choose what they would like to talk about. It's more of an organic progression of conversation. We do have these every third Monday of each month at 3 o'clock, unless it's a holiday, then we'll either have it the Monday before or the Monday after. So today's discussion, we're sharing continuing education updates from my team, the continuing education leadership team. And we're going to start with Lindsay Harrington. Lindsay, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to have you on the call today. My name is Lindsay Harrington. I recognize at least one name, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. And I am the Director Connections Consultant with the Bureau of Library Development and also do consulting on friends and foundations. I work primarily with the public library directors throughout Florida and specifically the new ones. We just finished up our 2025 annual division orientation for new public library directors and also new partners with the state library, and that was really successful. It was right before the annual public library directors meeting last week. And then the other half of that week was the assembly for libraries that serve large populations. I'm tired, as you can tell. I'm still coming off last week. Can't get my words out. And that was also a really successful event. So those are two of the big events that occur within our continuing education team, and we just wrapped them last week. And I'm happy to say they were great events. Coming up in the new year, we will be holding another conversation for outreach library staff. We had a really positive response to our first call, which we held, I think, in October. And the backstory there is that we had one of these DLIS discussions on the topic of bookmobiles and other outreach programming. And folks on the call overwhelmingly asked for an opportunity to talk to their peers in the field. So we've started hosting quarterly or semi-quarterly calls for any public library outreach staff who want to get together with their peers, and we will be sending out information after the holidays to schedule the next round of those conversations. So if you have outreach staff at your library who would be really interested in this, please shoot us an email. You can email Vanessa or me. My email address is Lindsay, Lindsey.Harrington at dos.fl.gov. And we would be happy to add them to the invitation list so that they can get in on that conversation with their peers. Thank you, Vanessa. Also coming up as part of our continuing education team, and specifically under my wheelhouse, is a reminder that January is voter registration count month. So it's the month that you guys, if you are a library director or you're in charge of tracking voter registration in your library, you send those stats to the Division of Elections. So So that is also coming up in January. And then lastly, we will begin scheduling our next round of directors calls also after the beginning of the year. So we hold those quarterly for new public library directors, directors of small and rural libraries, directors of municipal libraries, and then also the cooperative managers of library cooperatives. So we will be holding those again in the new year and scheduling those. I do want to say, if you hear all of that and you're like, wait a minute, I don't hear anything from my library people or the work that I do, and I'd sure love to talk to my peers, please let us know. Um, a big part of what we do in continuing education is also connection. We try to connect you with each other, with your peers, with others who do the work that you do in the field, so that you guys can have a conversation and support one another. Some of the best ideas come out of your work, not our work, and we are here to facilitate that for you. So please let us know if after today you hear everything we have to say and you're like, oh, I want that for my neck of the woods for what I do. Do let us know. We can't promise it, but we will certainly do our best to see what we can do for you. And Vanessa, I think that's it for director connections coming up, but we slow down a little bit after December, catch our breath, and then, start moving on into the regular year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lindsay,
Yeah,
for sharing that.
absolutely. And
Yes.
I can take some questions if there are any questions before I scoot. Yeah, awesome. These are knowledgeable folks. All right. Well, good. It was good to see Matthew and Wendy last week. I'm just gonna say hi since I see their names on here. And thanks for giving me a chance to talk.
Thank you, Lindsay. Next,
Of
we
course.
have Katrina to talk about her area.
Hi, thank you, Vanessa. I'm Katrina Harkness. I'm the Adult Learning Consultant here at the Division of Library and Information Services, and my program area is Adult Learning and Adult Literacy. This program supports library staff responsible for programming and services for adults, including older adults, new adults 18 and over, adults with disabilities, adult literacy learners, and adult English language learners. And as Lindsay said, we're here to provide support by sharing information and resources, hosting discussions where library professionals can talk with each other, like today's event, bringing in experts from the field to provide webinars and training, consolidating the knowledge, best practices, and curated resources from the field, and sharing that through our website, publications, and events, and partnering with the state library to build a collection of professional resources and e-resources that are available to you. Coming up in January, we have the Library Math Cafe, which is a joint program between Kelsey and I. And it's a fun, regular math event where we can talk about math literacy for all ages and explore all kinds of ways to bring math literacy into the library. That's January 15th at 11 on Wednesday. Also on a Wednesday, we have coming up on January 22nd, the Gardens discussion. That also started as a DLIS discussion, and it was just such a huge discussion. It's just spun off to its own series. We've talked about seed libraries, vegetable gardens, flower gardens, herb gardens, butterfly gardens, music gardens. So that again is coming up in January. And then the Florida Braille and Talking Book Library will be speaking. That's a date to be decided, but Maureen Dorosinski will be talking about how libraries can partner with the Braille and Talking Book Library to become an affiliate to have somebody in their library trained on how to certify your patrons for eligibility and a whole host of other resources that they have available. And I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katrina. Then we have our tech support and social media manager, Rebecca Thomas, to share some updates from her area.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. And yes, my name is Rebecca Thomas, and I'm the administrative assistant specifically for the continuing education program. And I'm going to try to share my screen right now. And can everyone see that? If someone could give me a thumbs up or a confirmation that you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. So this is our Connect with Us page, and this is where you can contact us, or the general email inbox, phone number, and also our social media accounts. We have Facebook, X, YouTube, and Pinterest. If you would like to join us on there, we would love to have you. And then we have some e-newsletters, Building Success, Community Connections, Flip Forward, and others. If you would like more information, please feel free to email me anytime about those, and I'll drop my email in the chat in just a minute. And then we do have our listservs. Right now we have 2 active listservs, one for all library staff, and then another one more specifically tailored toward the directors. And I think right now, if you would like to sign up for a listserv, if you could just email me directly, that would be great. And I will put my email in the chat here. All right, now I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to try to pull up one more screen here. And we're just going to take a quick look at Tech Talk. So let's see. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. You should see the Tech Talk webpage. And so, great. All librarians in Florida have access to Tech Talk, where you will receive weekly emails, and you will also receive a login and password so that you can actually log in and get access to a lot of different webinars, and also various templates and materials that someone without access does not have. So the Division of Library and Information Services provides that for all Florida library staff. And I am going to include the link. We do have a web page where you will where you can sign up for Tech Talk, and I will include that in the follow-up email, so you can have access to that, and feel free to share that with your other library staff. Yeah, it's got some good stuff here. So, all right. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and then we also have a webinar page. Last but not least, let's see. And if everyone, hopefully you can see my screen. This is our online webinars page where you can go to register for various webinars, and we try to keep this up to date. All right, and at the bottom you will see a link to our YouTube page, where when we record it, the meetings or the webinars, they always are uploaded to our YouTube account. So there is that, and I will also send a link out in the follow-up email and in the chat later this afternoon. And so that's all I have. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I have an extraordinary team. We call ourselves the Excel team. Now I'm going to share some more information about DLIS discussions. We've been doing some strategic planning, but we still have some openings just in case you have any topics you'd like to discuss. But the first 3 months, we do have some exciting topics scheduled. On January 13th, we have Artificial Intelligence in Libraries with our very own Florida Electronic Library Administrator, Dolly Frank. She will share some information on what she's learned about AI and the impact that it will have on libraries, the pros and cons of it. So I'm looking forward to that discussion. On February 17th, we're going to have legislative research and tracking tools. Some of our division members will be sharing more specifically from the state library on how we can use the tracking tools to research certain things within the legislation. And on March 17th, we will discuss library and research services for incarcerated community members and their families. We have someone, the education supervisor, Jennifer, from the Florida Department of Corrections, who will share some information. And we also have Lori Boss, who is one of our library specialists, who will share some information about research in that area. And I've also reached out to several individuals who have programs within their libraries to come and kind of share the things that they've learned from their programs and how it's working out for them. So we also have access to Web Junction. This is a free service for you. They have an upcoming webinar on January 16th. I just posted the registration link in the chat. It's called Don't Manage Change, Embrace It. And I'm sure that's going to be a worthwhile conversation, considering there is a lot of change going on, and the better prepared we are, the more productive we can be. They also have another one coming up on February 26th surrounding a similar topic, but they'll be talking about the concepts of theory of change. So turn strategy into action with theory of change. So I hope that you will be able to register for that, you or your staff, and get some valuable information from that. So with that being said, we still have some time. I want to open up the floor to those who are joining us today and kind of discuss, what's going on in your libraries, what's happening in December. I know it's the holidays and people are gearing up for some holiday fun and festivities. So if you have anything that you'd like to share that's going on in your library, either in December or things that are coming up, please feel free to share at this time. You can either post in the chat or you can come off mute.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Matthew. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It hasn't been that long.
I know.
Just a quick share. We're getting ready to do our annual fundraiser in January. We call it Artful Evening. PHL full is PHL is our initials, so we kind of smushed that together to make a big event. And part of our mission has to do with supporting the arts and local artists. So what we do once a year is we engage with 9 or 10 artists to come and do kind of live demonstrations, display their work, which is also for sale. But then we also use it as a fundraiser for the library. It's a ticketed after-hours event. Really the only one we're doing this year, actually. And we get a lot of things donated, the silent auction. And so do we raise tons of money? No, but it's also a good, we always raise like a decent amount. And then it's a good, opportunity for the community to kind of come in and rediscover the library in a very creative, fun atmosphere with food and wine and live music and the art, art in action. So just sharing that. If anybody's ever interested in getting more information or you want to come check it out, see if there's something you'd like to do similarly for your library. It is a pretty solid fundraiser for us, but also just a really good way to engage with our community. So that's going to be happening near the end of January for us.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I wish I could come. Are you going to have like an online gallery showing the photos or anything like that?
I don't know how much we're going to be doing some videos of the different artists that we're currently editing and putting together. So I think those are going to be posted online.
Awesome.
And checking out our different social media channels, you'll definitely see a lot of fanfare for what we have planned. So
Great. I'm going to check that out. Thank you so
Alright.
much, Matthew, for sharing that.
Sure thing.
Great. Does anyone else have any exciting things going on at their library they'd like to share?
Okay, I don't have anything that big and fancy. So my name's Christina. I work down in Monroe County and in the Key Largo Library. We do have a really great friends group, and they've been able to get a grant from the Arts Council down here. So they've combining presentations by some of our local nonprofits, State Park. There's an organization called Reef. There's a bird center down here, and so they're coming and doing a talk about something within their organization or their mission, and that's tying in with an art class later on in the day, where an artist is connecting the art of some type to the presentation. So it's been a lot of fun. It's well received by the community. Anything art related seems to be down here. So it's always good to check out the local grants and see what's available, because people are just willing to give you money a lot of times to do nice, fun things.
That's awesome. Thank you, Christina, for sharing that. It's always nice to get some money to be creative. Awesome. Got a lot of great things going on. Does anyone else like to share what's going on in their neck of the woods? Or their neck of the stacks?
Hello, this is Janice with MDPLS Miami-Dade Public Library System.
Hello, Shanice.
Hello. So in January, we'll be piloting a GED. Oops, I'm so sorry. I forgot to put my phone on mute. Oh my gosh, sorry. Give me 1 second, please. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So we'll be piloting doing GED science tutoring. We already do GED math tutoring, and so we'll be piloting GED science tutoring. So we offer the 10-week GED test prep class 4 times a year, covering different parts of the GED. And so we've added tutoring for those who need a little bit more than the once a week to master those topics that they're struggling with.
That is awesome. I struggled with science and math, so I could have used that when I was growing up in school. So awesome. That is wonderful. Now, if anyone has any links to these events, please feel free to post that in the chat as well. And anything that we have posted in the chat will be shared out after this discussion, either today or tomorrow, but you definitely will get the links to everything that we've discussed today. And we still have some time for others to share what's going on in their libraries, if you so choose to do, or if there are any ideas for topics that you have for us for next year that we can provide for you, please let us know.
Vanessa, this is Shanice again. I'm going to put in the chat a link to our local author book fair that's coming up next month. We're going to have over 50 local authors.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Matthew, for posting your event. And thank you, Shanice, for posting your event. That is amazing. Anything in the library is amazing to me. I guess that's why I'm in this profession. I think everything is awesome.
That is true. You can't do it unless you love it.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is Rebecca still on the call?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just kind of wondering exactly like what type of social media support is offered to the public libraries.
As far as the division providing social media support directly to Florida libraries?
I guess I'm just not really. I guess I'm not really sure. Like when I might reach, when the library system might reach out to you for support.
Okay, well,
I'm not sure.
that's a great question. Feel free to email me with anything specific. Can I ask you what type of social media platforms you currently use at your library?
Yeah, we're using Facebook and Instagram for the just the two that we use.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to share kind of some of our guidelines here if that would be helpful.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see. Is there anything on the website?
As far as our social media guidelines?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but I am going to look for that and I will let you know. If not during this call, then I'll send you, I'm making a note of your question and I'll send you any information that I can find after the call for sure.
I think we did put together a policy a year or two ago, so I'd be curious to see what we have and how it aligns with state recommendations.
Yeah, that's a great question. Do you have a dedicated social media staff person?
No.
Okay.
we have 5 branches, and so we all have our own social media pages, and staff, we all just kind of do a little bit of everything.
Okay. Each branch has their own social media account. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh,
yep.
That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
So we're in Monroe County is the Keys, and so I'm on the north end. Key West is on the other end. There's 100 miles in between, and so no one up here is going to be going to a Key West event, and vice versa. So we're more focused on our individual communities. There was talk of having one, and I think there actually is one page, but we each are able to more promote our programs more because we have a dedicated page for our branch. But yeah, if we were 16 branches, that would not be a possibility at all, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna see what I can find as far as our guidelines, and I will send those to you directly.
We're just a resource, really. We have things that we do, but if there's something that you can benefit from, we could definitely share that out. But we're not mandating any particular guidelines. We're just a resource, kind of like a reference service.
Sure. I haven't attended one of these before, so I don't know if this is a new.
Oh, no problem at all.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Actually, I'm 4 months bold, so this is my 4th one.
Okay. Awesome.
But I hope you'll continue to come. I hope this was informative for you, at least thus far. We'll continue to do these every month.
Well, normally I don't work on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
I normally work Tuesday through Saturday, but I'll try and catch them when I can.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
Don't take offense if you don't see me.
Oh, no problem. I understand. Definitely understand. Okay. Does anyone else have anything to share from their libraries or have any questions for us or any topics that they just are needing to know? Rebecca just posted in the chat, if you have any topic recommendations, we would love to hear those. Absolutely. it's better for us to hear from other libraries what they're needing for training and development and staff development instead of us coming up with everything because we want to make sure that you're getting what you need. And this is fun for you. We do have some other people on the discussion from our areas. If they would like to share what's going on in their particular area, they can. This is open forum.
Hi, Vanessa. This is Kelsey
Hi, Kelsey.
Stalter, your youth services coordinator. Again, we are gathering information and ideas. Please reach out if you or your youth services staff have any questions. Our flip work groups are meeting this week to work on teen and tween program ideas and summer support ideas. So hopefully that will help you out with any summer reading that you do. Any questions for me?
I heard about the move away from CSLP, so I'll be interested
Yes.
to hear more about which direction the state is heading with summer reading when the time comes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We just don't have a national vendor anymore. And so we are working to put stuff together. We're hoping that libraries will have great ideas they want to share. And we'll be creating a repository of ideas for you on, oh, look at that, our beautiful Flip website that will be getting even more exciting. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kelsey. We're actually meeting this week for online information to put together, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, I'm excited to work on building that with you.
All right. Well, I have enjoyed listening to all the great things that are going on in our Florida libraries, and I wish I could attend all of these great events. I'm a creative myself, so art is my jam. But I'm sure, we have a lot of things that are coming up next year. And I hope that each and every one of you will come back and share what you learned from your programs, any new things that are going on, or anything that you would like us to promote via these discussions. This is a great opportunity to share all the happenings that are going on.
I saw the express reads. I was just going to tell you that some of the audio for some of the express reads books are available to download for free
Awesome.
on the New Readers Press website, in case
Okay.
you didn't know.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shanice. And I want to follow up with you with that later because I know you've done a lot of work with the audiobooks on some more just how libraries can use audiobooks to help their adult literacy learners.
Awesome. I look forward to it, Katrina.
All right, I'll give a few more minutes to see if anybody else would like to share. This time is yours. but I also want to be respectful of your time. And I'm sure you have a lot of things to get done before the holidays come up and we have, some closures and parties, holiday parties. I don't know if y'all have any visitors coming to, any elves are coming to your libraries for youth services or anything. I know when I was in that space, we would try to have, you know, Mr. Claus and elves come and entertain the kids and holiday story times. That was always fun to see their happy faces. But I really think they came for the cookies. Food
Santa's
is a
gonna be
universal
here.
connectors. And the what?
The Santa's going to be here for photos and story time tomorrow.
Awesome. See, I knew it. I knew somebody was going to have it. Great. That's awesome. Well, it is 3:37, and if there are no other um, updates in library news, we can adjourn for today. I appreciate everyone coming and joining us and sharing all the great things that are happening. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year. And please feel free to reach out to us with your ideas, your topics, and your events.